Alright, so before we continue, you should know this. Know the following. Let's talk about domain names really quick. Now, I'm just going to touch on domain names because it's not as important as you think, but it does play a part in your conversions. So your domain name that you use is important, but not super important. Out of 10, I would say it's a 6 on the importance scale. So when registering a domain name, you want to keep a few things in mind, alright? So you want to make it memorable. If someone saw it again, would they know where it was from? Would they remember where they saw it first? Make it short. Does it get right to the point and less than 10 characters? Compelling. Does the domain sound like an authority? And take action. Does the domain tell you to take an action? An example is like printdocsnow.com. Print docs and now is the action, like right now. Or carinsurancenow.com, carinsurancetoday.com. Something that takes an action or makes the person feel like they have to do it then and there or then on that date. Now, realistically, you want to mix 2 out of these 4 together when creating a domain name. Sometimes it's hard to get 10 characters and make it compelling, or 10 characters and make it memorable. All right? Sometimes it's hard to do a take action and make it memorable as well. So if you can hit at least 2 out of 4 of these, you should be golden with your domain name. And your current domain name, if you have one right now, don't even worry about it. It's perfectly fine if you are using an domain that you already have registered. Like I said, out of 10, this is like a 5 or a 6 on the importance scale. It's not that important, but it does play a role if you're trying to make it memorable and build a brand for yourself. So how much should you spend to test a campaign? And this is the magical question that everyone is going to want an answer to. To many people, you know, overcomplicate this entire process. So a lot of people think, wow, I need to have a $10,000 budget to be successful. And let me run through this, all right? $25 for every new campaign that you set up. So if you spend $25 and make $0, then trash it, okay? So what happens is when I spend 25 bucks, I expect to have some leads. Typically with a very good ad, I'll spend, now again, this is what I let it run to. I would let it run $70, $80 and I'll get about 150 leads. So that's very good. It's a very good lead acquisition cost, right? And I don't know the numbers right now off the top of my head, but if I'm paying about 70 bucks for 150 leads, then I will actually tell you what the cost per lead is right now. I'm paying about 47 cents per lead. Right, so that is a realistic number. If you go check the case study section, I'll show you exactly what I ran and how I did it. Now, if you spend $25 and have clicks coming in, you have a high click-through rate and an amazing relevance score, you may want to let your ad run for another 10 bucks because there is potential, right? Maybe there's potential, just not in front of the right people yet. And that's a problem with a lot of ads, is that sometimes people have amazing traction on their ads. People have, amazing relevance score, amazing click-through rates, and people are going to their website. They're loving it, right? But they're not getting any conversions. At that point, you have to make sure you know exactly what's going on and where it's going wrong. And we're going to discuss this in depth, but for now, I want to let you know that if you have clicks coming in, a high click-through rate, an amazing relevance score, and you've spent 25 bucks and haven't made a sale, at least put an extra 10 bucks in just to see if it'll keep converting at what it's converting at right now. So if you spend $15 and make a sale, then booyah, all right? Then this indicates there's a lot of potential. Once this happens, right? Once this happens, I'm not gonna say happened. Once this happens, we dissect the campaign and target further. And you're gonna see exactly what I mean once we start talking about that. Because once you actually make money and you make your first sale, you get your first 30 leads. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Dan, I'm so excited. You're gonna want to scale up. So it's very cheap to get leads, very cheap. Now to get them converting is a whole different story, and we're going to touch on all of this right now. Again, we're just in day one. I'm telling you what exactly is coming up in the near future from getting into FB Ads Machine. And again, thank you for getting into Ads Machine. I don't know if I've said that countless time and time again. But again, $25 for a new campaign max, $10 extra if there is potential. If you made a sale from 15 bucks, then you have a home run campaign. It's just dissecting it from there and going in further. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video right now. And I don't know if there's more videos underneath this one, or I'm going to end off with this one. But essentially, make sure you're here for day 2 because day 2 is going to be a banger, okay? So again, thank you, and I will see you in the next upcoming section.